What is going on, guys? Alex7 here, and today we're back on Forza Horizon 6, and I'm going to show you how to make garages in Forza Horizon 6. You know, I think I'm going to spread some game, show you guys how to be good at creating these, because honestly, you can create some really cool stuff. And as usual, we got to go to our favorite house, bro. Like, come on. You start the game, I will forever come to this house and start it just because of the views. Anyways, oh yeah, I can't enter, but we'll enter from here. Now, I made a video on where all the houses are located in Forza Horizon 6 and how to unlock them, and if you want to know more information on that, check the link in the description, or I'll put a pop-up on the screen right now for you guys to check out. But I'm going to explain to you how to customize, because there's actually some tricks that you can use, and I think it's going to be helpful for a lot of you guys who want to create some cool garages in Forza Horizon 6. So we're going to head over to Customize Garage, and I'm going to explain to you how I made some of these garages. Now, first off, this is a garage that I based on Test Drive Unlimited 2's apartment complex. Now, forget Test Drive Unlimited 2. Just imagine this is an apartment complex garage. You have the garage doors. You have some concrete blocks, you got a little space here, which is what I imagined where you turn the car around. You have the camera set up here, another camera, and a lot of stuff along the side to kind of fill up the garage with some stuff that you'll have here. So the real question is, how do you actually turn what is the base garage, which is just 4 doors and like a large space? There's 4 doors hidden actually, but if you exit, you will have a better idea of how this is created. Now, you guys can see I have used a wide range of things to kind of create this look as we go around from the outside. So let's now figure out what I've done here for each of these pieces. Now, first off, the TV. The TV is literally the Europe display, but I've moved it down so it kind of looks like it's based on the floor. I'll delete that. And as you can see, this is the main wall. I'll delete these car locators for now as well. I'll move this outside so it's easier for me to explain. The other cool thing that I should probably mention before we talk about the wall is how to fill cars. You guys can see there's 3 tires. It's actually 4, but you literally just put it underneath the car. That is just that easy to kind of make things the way that you want. And I won't delete the floor yet. I'll have to explain that to you. That's just a sticker, so it's okay. Same thing for this. You guys can see the hay is literally clipping through the car. But it means that if you have it like not clipping through, it just looks stupid if it's like that. So I lower it a bit and you really won't get to see it, but that's just another concept. Delete that, delete some of that as well, just so you get the gist of it. Now, here you guys can see the wall. Essentially, use concrete barriers to kind of cover where the actual wall of the garage is. So that's the easy way. This walkway is literally this walkway on the floor you guys see, but the difference is, well, yeah, it's just put straight up and attached to the wall to give it that color look. So we'll delete all of these walls so that you've realized how that's done. This ceiling pipe that's going up and down is literally just this ceiling pipe here, but turned 90 degrees and just clipped through the wall so you don't see all of it. Again, just small stuff like that. The same thing here. This isn't the full one. You guys can see that's the full one there. But again, you can easily figure it out by just turning things around and playing with the clipping. Now, this is the ramp piece that I told you guys about, which will go out. You can see how I used it to clip through to create that. Same thing for this one, which I'll delete now. Got arrows, which are kind of self-explanatory. This, if I can get it, there we go. This piece, the parking garage door thing, but again, just clipped through. And now you can see how the other garages were hidden through. Again, we'll delete all this because I explained to you how I use the wall. You can see that I used that, but a little bit further. These is literally just floors, but turned upside down. You can see that. That's how the whole thing is made. And these are floors as well, but facing the right way. So now you've realized how we can get the roof done and everything. I can delete all of this. I can delete all of this. You can see the columns as well. And now you can start to see where the original flooring is. We'll delete all of this. The walkway stuff. These. And just like my event lab video where I explained like some tips and tricks, your best friend is using these different camera stuff. For example, step degrees, step rotation. Step rotation is something where, for example, you grab this and you use your arrow to rotate it. If you don't want that, you can now use step degrees to get perfect 90-degree things every time you want to do something. The other one, which I don't think is here, but nodes. I wouldn't use nodes for the garage because it's such a small space and it is going to be a little bit harder for you. But nodes is essentially when you grab something and you like block it, it'll connect. Like if I duplicate this, see how like it locks on? That's essentially what nodes are. But the garage is too small to really use that feature to your best like understanding. Here, for example, just spotlights but turned upside down. Again, here this one just comes out of the garage because it was too short. And now you can start to see how the garage actually looks. We got some poster stuff here for decoration. Just the tires, no tires, bikes. The bikes, by the way, come straight, but I like to lean them, so I'll like not that function, not that one, this one. Because normally when you leave a bike without a stand, you'll put it like this just to make it look like it's leaning on something. Same thing I did with the broom, just to make it lean on something. Just small details like that, you know, you just expect in real life. A very cool example I'm going to show you guys as well. And you'll learn this by checking other people's garages. But you want to make a door, for example. I saw someone do this. They rotated this like this. And then I think it's this one. Yep. And bam. This is your door handle. Like that, like it's small stuff like that that you don't really think about, but you'll notice that when you start to see other people make garages. And I'll explain to you how to like figure out that type of inspiration later. But as you can see, that's just how you use a garage. You get creative on how to block things and you'll find your way eventually. Now I'm going to discard the changes because let me not save it like that. Let's head to my other garage. I'll show you guys a little bit more complex because again, when you try to up the complexity of a garage, you're going to run into more issues on, okay, hold on a second. How is this supposed to look? Let's head over to my Tokyo house, which is just south from here. We'll teleport. Okay, so here we are at my Tokyo house, and this one is more of a wooden garage style. It's based on the clubhouse in Test Drive Unlimited 2. So that being said, I'm gonna explain to you guys, when you try to get more complex, you're gonna have to use more ideas on how to get something the way you want. For example, wooden structures. Now, wood, you'll realize, I mean, to be fair, I think the vent lab is a bit weak in terms of stuff that it's missing. But that being said, you'll find that you have to get creative for some stuff. For example, here, you guys remember, we'll delete some of this. The wall thing I told you, the concrete wall. Okay, easy. Wooden roof. Now, how did I do that? Literally benches, but upside down, right? That's what I mean. You got to get creative, and the beams, they're just ladders. Literally, they're just ladders. So you got to get creative on, not everything is going to be what you want, but you have to imagine it. And you know, when you do stuff like this, most of the time, someone walks in the garage, they're not really gonna care enough to realize, oh, this guy used ladders as his brace. There's nothing else that you can really use in the vent lab, so you're stuck with that. Now the floor is another key example. You guys see, this is like wood floor like this, you cannot find. But where can you find it? Using this quad ramp, tilting it, and only using the wood piece. Again, like, you got to get creative with stuff like that. And then even this piece is just another ramp as well. Sorry, hold on. What the hell have I done here? Why is what does this piece do? Is that piece literally? Ah, I used that to make a little ramp down. That's what I mean, guys. It's just stuff like that, bro. For example, the platform ramp like this, you guys can see. That's how I got that wood separation of the gloss. Now you can delete the original floor. You'll see what I mean. The water is the wave cutouts with, well, these I'm pretty sure go much higher. Yeah, but I stuck them into the floor. These are the waves but if you take them out, you can see a bit different, to be fair, right? So your best friend in building stuff in the garage is literally putting stuff into the ground, hiding it that way. These, for example, are literal coffee boards. I'll go to the side, guys. It's those coffee boards but rotated. So I think that's this button to put them up straight. They come like that, but I rotated them and did them individually. Now this is something that you can, for example, use as nodes. Does this have nodes? No, it doesn't. Okay, so you can't node that anyways. But whatever, I'll go back and turn off nodes again. Okay, so again, now you can delete that. You got the garage things that are basically used as a small ramp. Another version of the TV in the floor, for example. Easy. I already told you about the pillars. What are these? Yeah, these are concrete beams. Again, half of it in the ground. The plants, you guys can see, are just brooms upside down with can I delete some of this so I can figure out what I did with the shrubs? No, the shrubs are pretty easy. They're small anyways. This is literally the mechanic's table put on its side, guys. And again, as I mentioned, these are literally just benches aligned all the way left and right. And again, that's just how you make stuff like that, guys. You use your imagination and you kind of figure out creatively. Like these, look, you see what I mean? Putting stuff in the wall, I'm telling you, is your best friend at creating stuff. Same thing with this. Look, but half the stuff I did to get it how I want is just built into the wall. Same thing with this door. How did I get it? It's literally that same piece. If I can grab it. Oh, there's another one here. Hold on. There we go. Oh, this is just another concrete wall. There we go. Now you can see it. This piece again. That's what I'm saying, guys. So you will find it'll take some time to get used to, and once you learn all the objects, you'll figure out what's best to use. But again, I'm just here to teach you guys how exactly you could do it. The exit sign is separate. I did not know that, but I guess I did that as well. So, and then these as well, this little roof piece, again, that's what I'm saying, guys. You gotta get creative with this stuff. Let me show you now how to look at other people's garages and get inspiration. So I'll discard these changes, for example, and let's go to another house and put a garage in that house to figure it out. So I thought the best way to show you guys is also just go to my estate as well, because I have a really cool estate that I still haven't finished. Bro, it's gonna take me a hot minute, but I've seen some really cool ones. I'll have to make a video showing off the best estates at some point as well. Anyways, but I made a video on this, pop up on the screen right now for you guys to check that out. Anyways, still not finished. I got a lot of work I have to do. I think this garage is empty. It relatively should be empty. It's actually not. I have another garage here, but for example, this is a garage that I downloaded off someone. So for example, you download a garage, you take a look at it. Okay, so they use the boat here, some blue wood flooring, rocks probably built into the ground as well. This roof looks different than the one I did. I wonder how they did it. I could tell. I know what these lights are, so the lights are fine. I know where the lights are from, but the woods either is the panel that I showed you guys before, just flipped upside down, which actually that might be it. The reason I went with the different the benches were upside down for me. Oh, there's another. No, I think these are the benches, but they look so much brighter. I don't know why. More rocks, some dirt. Then you have the panel here, which I'm pretty sure these are benches. No, they're not. I don't know where that piece is from. I'm sure I gotta look at it and find it though. That's really interesting. Maybe there's an actual piece for this, but I've never seen it before, honestly. Okay, so let me go to browse and manage. Browse community garages, and I have some from my favorites that I got ready here. For example, let's go to luxury garage 4. Actually, no, we'll go to Fuji Unkai House first. So I'll download the layouts here. And Mansion Underground, I think, would be pretty cool to take a look at and figure out how they made it as well. All right, so now let's go to manage garages, and I have quite a few here. And let's see. So we'll load this one in first, actually. This one's $427,000. Holy smokes, you guys are going crazy with the garages, bro. All right, so now that we got that, let's view. Let's see what they've done here. So as you can see, they're getting mad creative. So we got the wooden boxes. I'm pretty sure these are the actual toolbox things. All right. This looks familiar, but I can't tell you what it is. That looks like a ladder though. Yeah, that is for sure the silver ladder. So you see what I mean? They're getting creative, bro. That's a silver ladder. You go up here. Oh, they even put some green detail on top, bro. They made a bike simulator. See what I mean, bro? So what have they done here? So they use the TV. Okay, they put the bike, but then put two TVs. I assume is what I'm looking at. Two TVs, but one sided like together to create that simulator look. You go over here. They made a bed. That's definitely using the cushion. Yeah, that's literally using the tables or the seats. So they've done that. They used lampposts, but put them into the wall. A fence, but put it into the wall. Though they even got the wires hanging from this as well, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. What's this? They even got the stairs to go up as well. And the stairs, I'm pretty sure using those same toolboxes. Yes, they are. Like, guys, this is what I mean. There are people who know their way around. Oh, the door handles. Now, how the hell did they do that? I'm assuming it's the same table, but you guys can see because there are those dents in it that are reminiscent. But I could not tell you how they did the handles. But when you go through objects in the event lab, you'll be like, wait a second, that's that, but like put into the wall. You know, you'll go over here, for example. Let me see what else they got. I'm pretty sure these are toolboxes, but they lowered it again. Toolboxes, but put it into bro, this is crazy. Where the hell are these handles from? I think it's from a garage like handle thing, but not figured out. They got poster stuff here as well. Oh, this is the poster rack. Yeah, this is the postcard rack, but they flipped it upside down, I think, or they embedded it into the fridge. Oh man, no, this is neat. This is neat. Same thing here. They got a billboard. They got all the pictures that they even turned upside down to like differentiate it. They made a rock table. Oh my god. They got a lift here, which is using the EV chargers as the machines on each side. You guys are smart, bro. You guys are smart. They got a whole tool shed thing here. Very nice. And that's the fire extinguisher that they use a fire extinguisher to hold the drill. Guys, like I remember I was telling you about the fire extinguisher being used as a door handle. Well, that's just another application, bro. Man, oh man, that is this is probably one of my favorite garages right now. I gotta do another like video where I show you guys some cool garages, but this for certain is getting mad creative. Let's take a look at another one. But that's what I mean, you know, always get inspiration. You know, you don't always have to freestyle things yourself. Just getting inspiration by taking a look at some of the other garage layouts that people have. Let me check. I did some of these in an older video, so I don't want to go back. I know the Fuji, I might save that for a video, to be honest. Let me check this one. The Mansion Underground Car bro, crazy name. Let's take a look at this one and see. All right, we'll browse. We'll go back to view. Well, what have we got here? Okay, so I assume that's not the elevator. Maybe it is the elevator, actually. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's the elevator. They used a platform, some chairs, all of this elevator is literally from, I'm pretty sure, the parking lot thing, unless you used concrete slabs and like put it together to make it look like an elevator, which is also likely. We got some bikes here, and then the cars which lay along here. So it's fairly simple, but honestly, still you have to get creative to put this. This is smart as hell, because what they did, they put one up and they put the other like alongside, like parallel. They're both definitely clipping through, but that's how you made it look 3D. That's what I'm saying, bro. Imagination. You gotta use a lot of it. That one's a bit simple though. I will go to one more before I end off this video, just to see if we can get some more like inspiration per se. I think this yacht one was pretty cool, but I went through that in another video. You know what, let's take a look at this one, garden garage, because this kind of looks very interesting, to say the least. I think they made it because, as you know, there's no windows in the garage in this game. So I'm going to see what they've done here to kind of give that feel that you're outside, because that's to pull that off, you gotta do pretty damn good at imagining things. So let's see what they've done here. All right. Okay. So essentially they built some blue stuff, made some clouds. Okay, so they've done it as if it's an actual garden. Okay. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can always find ways. That's just a brick wall. I know what that one is. You can always find ways to that's the grass floor. I know where that's from. Yeah, you can always find ways to get creative to do things, guys. That is what I'm saying. In fact, I'm going to head back. For example, I think I have one that I'm working on. I have this one here, which I need to finish. But again, you could either copy a garage from something that you see from a TV show, another game. Maybe someone's gonna make a PGR. You know, I should make a garage based on PGR, Project Gotham Racing. The Forza before Forza. And we'll go back to view, or I'll go to customize actually. You can see this one is another one that I'm working on. I copied and pasted the roof, but we got some trees here. The quad ramp is the whole floor. So if I just get out of here, you guys remember that quad floor? We're using it again. What is this? This is jetty. That's the floor that the guy used for that lake house, the lake thing. That's what it is. Okay. So I doubled them up to make it look more solid. Okay, yo, bro, honestly, even I look at this like, damn, bro, I'm mad smart. Even these, the brick walls, I dropped them down a bit. The TV I used again. If I delete the quad ramp, what's this? Rubble. And that's bamboo. And the circle thing. Made that. And then the floor. Same thing, guys. I use a mechanics table to create that. You guys remember all this, bro? The door. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Don't be afraid to get creative. That's all I'm going to talk about in this video, guys. I hope this helps to give you some insights on how to be good at building the garage. You know, I hope it gives you some motivation. I still have to make some videos on the estates, showcasing other people's estates, the best ones of the month of May, as well as for garages. I'm going to make a video on that too. So if you guys did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'm Alex7. I'll see you guys in another video. I'm out, guys. Peace.